Hey everybody, Susan here with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. I have a Stampin' Show and Tell demonstration for you today. This one is kind of a quick and easy card, and I'm going to do it in two ways. We're going to kind of do the dressed down version and then the popped up embellished version. So it's really easy to do both. We start with one and then we just add a little layers for the second one. So we're going to be using the piece of cake stamp set, which is photopolymer, so we can see through our images to line them all up. And we have a coordinating paper punch for the cake builder, so that's going to come in handy. So let's just go ahead and get started and do some fun, simple stamping. Okay, so I am going to use Memento ink more because it's on my table, but you certainly could use StazOn. I am going to be coloring with my regular Stampin' Right marker. So when I color, I will be careful that my ink is good and dry. Okay, so this is a real basic card. I've got a basic Whisper White card base. I have a piece of the Pineapple Punch cardstock, which is the color I'm choosing to use as my marker, and then I have another piece that I'm just going to layer on top for a nice simple layered project. So we are going to stamp the cake 3 times on here. So I'm going to start with the cake plate, the base, okay? And so, kind of in a pattern, I'm going to put one down here. Then I'm going to move over and put one on the side. And then I'm going to move up again and put one just there. Now, I know I've got enough space in there now to layer in my cakes. So I'm going to go ahead and do my first one. Doesn't matter which cakes you use or in what order you stamp them, but I can see through and I can position my cake right on top of my plate. Now, while I'm at it, just because when I go to step these up, I'm going to need them, I'm going to stamp the cakes in duplicate as I go. Now, I'm going to change my cake pattern off. Just as easy as that. Do the next one. Layer that on there. And like I said, I'm going to stamp my duplicate cake for when I do the punched out version. And then finally the third cake. And now this cake set has 6 different cakes that you can stamp and play with, so plenty of options for variety. So whichever one suits your need, you can go ahead and use. You could use the same one multiple times, or like I did, you could change them up. Well, that didn't stamp so great. Flip it over, ink it again. There we go. Alright, so we've got our cakes done. Now, as you can see in between my cakes, I've just repeated the phrase happy birthday with the set. This is a nice size happy birthday as well, so it's going to fit nicely into our stamped background here in between our layers, but it also would work really great with a tag punch, so it's a good size. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp happy birthday on my envelope just to keep it simple and cheery. Alright, on the inside I am using 2 stamps from the set. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. Hope this year's a piece of cake. I thought that was pretty cute. So on the inside of my card, just open up my card base, ink that up, and stamp it right there. There we go. And if you wanted to, you could stamp the cake again on the inside of the card. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that because that would be really cute. So, I'm just going to stamp another cake right in here. This was the last one on my stamp, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. So there, I've dressed up the inside as well. Okay, so now this goes together really easy. Let me put this away. We're just doing basic layers. So first I'm going to snail my stamped Whisper White panel to the layered cardstock, and you could use any color obviously that you would want to coordinate with then the cake frosting color. So if you've got somebody who loves pink or purple or blue or red, you could make it specific for that particular person. Now I am going to pop this over and put dimensionals on, just because it is a pretty basic card. Alright, I didn't do any frilly ribbons or bows. I didn't put any kind of sparkly embellishments on it. I've just stamped my images kind of in a fun pattern. So now I'm going to pop that up on the front. And there's our very basic, very simply stamped birthday card. So easy peasy. Now, I did stamp these duplicate cakes, right? So if you wanted to take the time, put in the effort, and have some fun coloring, you could color your cakes. And so what I did is with my markers, oh, there goes my cap, right under the table. All right, as long as I know where it went. All right, so now I'm just very lightly going to color in these cakes. And like I said, you could really use any color you wanted to. Now I decided it was a little easier to color the cake than the frosting on this one, but if you have the time and the patience, you obviously could color it the reverse of what I am doing. Remember, it's your card. Make it your way. But I decided that was a little bit easier than trying to get into all those tiny little icing drippings. Every time I use this set too, I have to go make a cake in the kitchen, so Henry's very happy when Mommy does birthday cakes. He thinks he should get a birthday, but where are the presents? But he enjoys the cake all the same. Alright, so there's two. And then this one is fun. You can do your stripes, your spots, pattern it, or just do the whole thing. Alright. Now I'm keeping it simple with just one color. If you wanted to do multiple colors, obviously you could do that as well. Okay, so there's my coloring. Now I am going to color also on my plates as well. And before I punch out those cakes and put them on top, I want to go ahead and get the color onto the card base here. And you can see how easily I was able to just go right along and put that on. Okay, so now I bring in my cake builder punch. I'm just going to slide this in, put it like that, and punch them out. So there's one. Here's two. And the third. And yep, I just put each of those onto a dimensional. Oh, where'd the third one go? There it is. So 1, 2, 3. Just layer those right on over the top for that 3-dimensional pop. And there we go. We went from a nice basic, simple stamped card to a stepped up version, which will be very fun to receive. So I hope you enjoyed today's quick little video. I know it was kind of a simple one, but sometimes simple stamping is fun stamping. So I hope you enjoyed. Remember, you can hop over and subscribe to the blog, so you get all my posts and all my information, plus all my projects and videos. And if you want to, you can subscribe to that blog. And remember, if you're going to do any shopping and you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to help you out. So stop on by my store, see my PDF tutorial library, see all the projects I've been sharing, and pop me a comment. I'd love to know what you guys are thinking. So there's our fun project for the day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.